Do you wake up happy every morning? I think that's the real barometer, the real test of a good life. Let's get into our forward fold. Building consistency, discipline, and flexibility on day 27 of 28. Are you happy? Do you wake up excited? In awe, in wonder of what the day might transpire in your day. I really do think that's the thing. What are the keys to happiness? The Harvard study, been around for over 100 years, has found that 100 years ago, people said that fame and fortune would make them happy. And that's the same thing people say today. And it's obviously not. Good relationships build healthy, happy lives, full stop, no questions asked. The happiest people have the best relationships. There's a lot of other ways to build happiness, no doubt. And I'm going to go through a few of them that have worked for me. Several years ago, my wife, when I woke up very early in the morning, says, "It's like it's effing Christmas morning for you every day." And I realized I'm definitely onto something. As I'm about to get interrupted here, being flexible, accepting reality, being present is another way that I have found some real happiness. I'm back. That interruption was a little longer than I anticipated. I had to cut that out. But hey, we're back. I get a little extra today. Being flexible. That's what I've been doing, is being flexible in life, just rolling with the punches, just dealing with whatever the universe, God presents, and being okay with it. Still wanting to change things from time to time when I can, but accepting the reality has brought a tremendous amount of happiness to my life. There's a number of things. Happiness is an action, like love. It doesn't just happen. You got to work for it. It really requires a tremendous amount of effort. I cycle to work every day. The natural movement, obviously the endorphins that it brings, lowers stress, removes like cortisol, these things by just natural movement. A tremendous amount of happiness comes from that, there's no doubt, which then makes me make better food choices, helps me to sleep, relieves stress. The natural movement, and lots of it, definitely makes for a happier life for me, certainly. And I definitely noticed that when I eat, when I move, I make better food choices. It's never one thing. Obviously, there's a lot of things. And you just stack them one on top of each other, and all of a sudden, it's like you got this exceptional, happy life. Having a certain amount of financial security definitely helps. There's no question about that. Can't say money doesn't matter, it does. But once you get to a certain level, we know it doesn't increase people's level of happiness. I think seeking discomfort is another way to be really happy. Actually embracing challenges, doing difficult things. Living in a place like Finland, which is considered the happiest place in the world, is because people seek challenges. Going into the cold, into the icy sea, amazing. The cold water has so many benefits. I just know it boosts my mood and elevates my energy. But it's hard to do. And it's when you do hard things, you start to build up this self-esteem and confidence. I can handle hard stuff. And that is brilliant. You get a lot of happiness from that, of facing challenges, knowing that I can do difficult things. I think we really need to enjoy the sunny days of our lives, but when there's a storm, can we actually be grateful for it? This is when I grow. This is when I learn. This is when I'm going to become a better person, better version of myself. It's in the struggle. We're not supposed to live comfortable lives. So when we get to the comfort, that's the good stuff. Just sometimes when you live in the north, just getting to and from work can be a struggle. When I ride, some days it's windy and cold and wet and slippery, and it's a challenge just to get to work and then home. But getting home into the cozy house. It's like you deserve it. You've just like, oh, I can really enjoy this now. But you wouldn't be able to enjoy it if it was just cozy and comfy all the time. So we got to do difficult things, try new challenges. So then we can put our feet up and watch Netflix and feel good about it. And then it's really enjoyable. Play video games or whatever your thing is. But we got to push ourselves first. Happiness is an action. And to be really happy, we have to work hard for it. That's the key for me, I think. There's so many things, yes, but just like relationships are messy and difficult. And it takes energy to listen to somebody and to have empathy. It takes a lot of work. But when you do that work and then you develop great, trusting relationships, you become a happier person. I think a great test is, do I wake up happy and excited, in awe and wonder of what's going to happen today? That really is, for me, how we should gauge our lives. And happiness is obviously a subjective word. I'm not talking about hedonistic pleasure. I like to think of peace and contentment, living a life without unhappiness. And that unhappiness is usually between our ears, where we create suffering from not accepting what is. No matter where you're at, you got to accept the present moment as it is. But that's the starting place. Okay, now I can start to change. And this is a personal one, but certainly for me, when I gave up alcohol, that's when a level of happiness really started to increase. I really started to become the person I was meant to be. I've got a long way to go, but that definitely helped me. And obviously, some people can enjoy a little bit of alcohol and have a perfectly healthy life. I couldn't. Maybe there's something that's got you jammed up. This is a sticking point. You need to break through to really find happiness. When you can identify that thing and then work towards improving it day by day, small change by new habit, you can really get to a place where it's like you get this peace and contentment. Yes. And then I always wanted to progress just a little bit. Brilliant. Oh, yeah, sink a little bit deeper. Happiness just in some routines too, consistency. Happiness in discipline. I'm actually happier the more disciplined I am about the things I need to do. Getting up early, writing, working out, creating. Another one there, trying to create more than I consume. That's a real happiness tip that's worked for me. Creating more content than I consume, creating healthy meals, creating great workouts, creating health by working out. So creation's not always like making art or videos or whatever, but actually creating a life that is authentic to you, that promotes health and well-being, happiness, mental health, physical health, spiritual health. Finding a deeper connection to something that's bigger than me has definitely been a benefit in the happiness department, no question. It feels pretty good today. Seek discomfort to find happiness. Happiness takes effort. It takes action. The happiest lives are the ones that are searched for, strive for, finding happiness in challenges and discomfort. And then you can relax and enjoy the sunny days when they happen. But you got to work for it. See you tomorrow for day 28. Goodbye. God bless.